Yeah, today is 31st May. Got a thunderstorm building up. I'll tell you why that concerns me here in a second. I use this little electric powered pressure washer for simple little jobs. They're dirt cheap at any of the big box stores and they're good enough. Just a generic spray bottle of purple stuff in it. What that is super clean Tough Task Cleaner Degreaser. Wally World. This is some Rust-Oleum, sure enough, Troy Bilt red spray paint. I also waxed my Yanmar with this Lucas Slick Mist Fast and Easy Ceramic Speed Wax, Walmart. It turned out okay. It's got a sheen to it and the water beads on it. That's what I'm trying to do, is just make sure the water beads. So with the purple soap and the pressure washer, I cleaned up my Troy Bilt treasures. They cleaned up real good. I finally found the model and serial number for the chipper. It is underneath a grease film, oil film and dirt. So with that, I was able to get a hold of Troy Bilt factory and ordered the discharge bag, the hitch, so you can hook it to a lawn tractor. My little Yanmar is what I'll be doing. It was less than a stick of 1.5" square tubing, which is the size that I needed. The little old pin I can make, just so I happen to have a lathe. I can stick a bolt in the hole. It's 5/8 hole. But it cleaned up real nice. Got all the grease and oil off and all the old dirt. And like I pointed out before, there's a lot of areas of failure of the powder coat. So I'll be priming and painting it. That's why I got the Troy Bilt red. Same thing on my little tiller. Cleaned it up real good. It wasn't near as dirty as the chipper, of course. It cleaned up well. Ordered a set of filters for the chipper and the tiller. This is the air filter right here. I'll open it up, see what I got. I do have a Troy Bilt dealership here in Longview, so I can run down and get the sure enough Troy Bilt air filter for this Briggs & Stratton. But anyway, it cleaned up exceptionally well. No surprises whatsoever on either one of them. Of course, I ran out all the gas, so I can't crank them up and run them till they're dry. I'll probably locate a high temp silver to coat the muffler assembly on this one. This one, the paint's still in good shape. This one I could use a coating. Sherwin-Williams has that product, but I don't want to buy a gallon can of it. I'll look around for a simple spray can of it. Just high temp aluminum paint's all it is. Over here on the tiller, once I cleaned it up, the high point fill is slotted for a screwdriver. Now I can see that, but it was just as easy for me to use my little modified funnel and fill it up from the side. So yeah, both of them cleaned up real good. And I would like to get a fuel shutoff valve to mount on the fuel line on the tiller. Again, that's something I can get here locally. I'm just tickled to death. Oh, the bag, the hitch, and the pre and final air cleaner filter for the chipper came in under just over $200, $200 and some coin. And again, the bag is unique to this chipper. It was $69 and some change for a factory bag, and the hitch was cheaper than a stick of the steel. So it was more prudent for me just to buy the hitch, just the bar, not the entire assembly. because I got everything but the bar. It's cheaper to buy the bar from Troy Bilt than fabricate my own. Here on the gas tanks, it tells you do not use E85 or gasoline containing more than 10% ethanol. Now, I argue with folks all the time. They say that ethanol fuel is not hard on small gasoline engines, and I call BS on that. It is. Ethanol burns real hot, and that's what destroys the engines. But people do what they want. If it ain't my equipment, I don't care. Now, have they run ethanol fuel through these? Yeah, more than likely. It is what it is. But going forward, it's going to be straight gasoline. I've already filled up my red can over there on the shelf with 91 octane real gas. It contains no ethanol at all. Costs a little more, cheaper than an engine. So, like I said, I was going to spray today. I got my chemical out. I'm all ready to rock and roll. But I'm afraid there's going to be an afternoon thunderstorm, and I don't want the rain to wash my chemical off. I did use my backpack sprayer this weekend, spraying the grass growing up in my asphalt. Kind of irritating, but it happens. And then sprayed a few areas around the signs and stuff around the building, and sprayed my old factory parking lot too, because they don't know what to do about that. And if you keep the grass from coming up in the cracks in the asphalt, it greatly prolongs the life of the parking lot, the asphalted paved area. And if you let the grass take hold, the swelling of the roots will make the cracks bigger and bigger, and pretty soon you got saplings growing up in your parking lot. It's just being courteous is what we do down here in Texas. Do they care? Probably not. But it's what I do. Anyway, that's all for this one. You figure out something else to piddle with. I'll probably take a sanding disc and knock off the previous owner's name and phone number off of the chipper, and then smooth up the areas where the powder coat failed, and at least get some primer on it today. And so anyway, got things to play with, so that's all for this one. Thank you.